All right, what about now?
Again. I don't know. They'll have to tell us if they can hear us now. And should we start over again? Because, I mean, that was dramatic.
Yeah, no, let's start the whole thing over, because you know what?
All right, take two.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. Hello and welcome to the H&M Show. I'm Michael.
I was wondering what you were going to say there. I'm Heather, and I'm wondering this week, what does H&M stand for? But I have a guess.
Okay. All right.
You going to let me guess again?
I am going to let you guess, yes. It was fun the first time. We're going to do it again, though.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think that it stands for hands-free and either maps or mobile, because it's all about that driverless car that does like the maps, the Google pictures for, right? Right?
No, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. No, this week it's H&M is Honda and Mazda. I don't know. I just kind of had to come up with an H&M. So there it is, Honda and Mazda. So yeah, because this week we're going to be talking about Google Drive. Google Drive.
I get it.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yours was better than mine, I think.
Yeah. Okay,
All
good
right.
news. They can hear us, so we don't have to do it a third time.
All right. Well,
I'm
appreciate
so glad
everybody
we
being
don't
patient.
script any of that. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that none of it is scripted. That's great.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
So
let's
it's
go.
about Google Drive. So why don't you take us to Google Drive and teach us all about
I will,
some
but
tips and tricks for Google Drive. Do you want
I
to go to that?
will.
Or
I'm gonna-
never mind. Forget what I said. Just forget what I said.
No, I
Go straight to
will.
comments.
I'm going to go to comments just so I can see that I like this because Lon says lip reading lesson starts now, which is good.
Mhm.
We should
Now,
start a lip reading
it's-
lesson.
It's a great tech show topic.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Andrew says I can't hear you, but Andrew can never hear, so you can't
That's
always
true.
use that as your guide.
That's true. Andrew, you're deaf. Just
Andrew,
turn up the volume.
you know I love you. You know I can say that about you, so you're all right with that. Yeah, Lon, second guessing night. I like that. All right. All right. Let me go pretend like I know what I'm doing now.
All right, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Would you like to take us to Drive now and teach us about Google Drive?
That's
I'm
what I'm
ready.
doing.
I've got this here. I'm ready to take some notes.
You ready to take some
So,
notes? All right, here we
I
go.
am.
Folks, I hope you can see this okay. I tried to make it as large as I can, and I hope you can, and I think you can, but we'll see what happens. All right. When you're on Google Drive, lots of stuff to cover here, so I'm going to try and keep it within a time limit, and if not, then, I get it, so whatever.
It's your show. Do whatever you want.
There you go. But we are going to go into some cool news stuff later after this. So here we go. So right now, if you're going to create a new file folder, one thing that's cool here, you can click New on Drive, which is the big blue button up here. And when I click that, I can create a new folder. As you can see down below here, I have folders, H&M Show, Little League, Surface Systems, et cetera, et cetera. Those are, and I color code them so I can find them quickly and easily. You can add new folders right here. And this
Wait, stop.
Go ahead.
You can color code them?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely,
color
yes. Yes, absolutely. So if I right click, like if I'm over the H&M Show folder, I can right click and change the color. I can color code
Wow.
that folder.
I did not know that. Honestly, I didn't know. I'm not
Okay.
kidding.
No, that's good.
Cool.
Good. And then you can upload a file or you can upload a whole folder. This is really convenient and easy too. From your computer, you can upload right in here. And again, I'm not going to go into great detail. I'm just showing you that you can do these kind of things. So if you have a file on your computer or a folder that you want to upload the whole thing, you can bring it in all at once. Then it goes right into Google Docs. You can upload Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and much more. They have Google Forms. You can start a Google Form. Google Drawings, if you wanted to create a Google Drawing. And then you can actually start a map. You can create and start a Google map. It's really kind of cool. And all your maps show up here too as well. It's really neat. And Google Sites. Now that there's Google Sites, you can actually start a Google site too.
From your Drive, you can start a Google site.
Yep, this is all you add new. You can add a doc, you can add a sheet, slide, form,
Nice.
drawing, map, or site. Yep, absolutely. Really cool. And there's more apps and etc. I'm not going to go into all those details, but it's really kind of cool that you can see all this kind of stuff. one thing that I like is the next thing is shared with me. So when someone shares a file with me, okay, what happens here, this is confusing to some people. Now my drive, you can look, I can click on the little down arrow. It shows every folder that I have, lots of folders, okay? I use this quite a bit. Or you can click this. If I click my drive, double click it, it's going to show all of these folders right here. So you can see them right there. Okay, so I have them both there. It's just kind of an easy way. Quick access is the last 4 documents I worked on. This is really super cool. Now, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, that's like a new feature, isn't it? Bill actually mentioned, I love the new quick access feature in Drive, and I've noticed it lately, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. It's like they knew it's what I was going for. So
the last cool. 4 things, And some people use grid view. With grid view,
that's what I do.
You can see. I don't like that because I like things linear. I like to be able to see things and know what each file is, and et cetera, et cetera. So when I'm looking through this, I can see the files and what extension they are and all that kind of stuff. To me, this is much easier, but it's preference. It's all in preference.
Yeah, and I love that part of it is that it can be, based on who you are and how you like to see things. So we're not all stuck with linear ways, because I don't like that. But I wanted to know, do you sort yours by the last thing you modified or by the name, or how do you sort yours?
Right here you can see last modified. I want to know the most recent things I've been working on. I always put that. Now, once you go deeper, I change that and I go by name. So for example, if I go to my company one where it says Surface Systems, I want this folder, I didn't mean to hit that. I want this folder to always be first. I always want that to be first. So under here, it's by name. It doesn't show it, it shows it by arrow. But anyway, okay, so shared with me, here's some things. This is kind of cool. Anybody that shared a folder with me, you can see a bunch of people's names, and I'm not going to go into great detail with those. But what happens there is it comes in, and then I have a choice. Once it's shared with me, I can move those into my drive. So, for example, if I wanted to, let me just find something that you shared with me, maybe. There you go,
like
Heather Crafter.
The H&M Show.
There you go, like right here. Okay, so she shared that with me, but I can move this by clicking move. I can move this into my drive, and I can put it in any folder that I want to then. So that way it's always going to be in shared with me because it's shared with someone else, and then it's also going to be with in Drive wherever I want it. Really cool.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is both for me and from the audience. Andrew is asking, stuff shared with you doesn't count against your storage, right?
It does. So if somebody shares a JPEG with you or a video or a movie or something like that, any Google Sheet doc, that's another cool thing about why use over Microsoft Word Google Docs, why use over spreadsheets in Microsoft Google Sheets, why use slides instead of PowerPoint. All these that you use from Google do not count against your memory. It don't count against your storage. But if you download or upload or share something, a Microsoft Word document or a PDF or something like that, yes, it counts against.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand what you're saying, if it is a Google document, sheet, slide, whatever, then it will not count against because they consider that to be like in-house item, right?
Correct.
And whether it's shared with you or it's your own.
That's right. That's right.
And then if you share a JPEG, a PNG, or a movie, etc., all those things are out of house. And whether it's shared with you or it's your own, it does count against your storage.
Exactly. That's exactly right. You got it.
And you can up your storage by paying a little bit of money, right?
I'm going to talk about that in just a second. You're going to see.
Okay.
So recent. This is, I go here quite often a lot of times, but now that they have the access and stuff like that, these are the last, things that I've looked at or anybody's looked at or anything in the shared with me or whatever. All those are right there. I go here quite often because it shows me what's recent. Now, Google Photos, this is really cool. They moved Google Photos stuff here. You can see Heather shared with me her stuff that she's got for her shows, for her things going to Hobby Lobby, and congratulations on that too, by the way.
So Thank you. That's what I shared to you in Allo, right? And it went to your Google Photos?
I have it go straight to my Google Photos. Yes, I have all of my stuff go to Google Photos, and it shows up right here. And that was pretty recent too. So, I mean, it shows up really quickly. So I really love having my access to this because I can access those photos and use them if I want to. I'm going to move on.
So I need to be careful what I share with you. That's what I'm learning.
But
okay,
I can archive them as well. I can archive them. So starred. Okay, so anything, I can star certain things. If these are important to me to come to, I can star them. Trash keeps it in here for 30 days. So anything you've thrown out, you can keep it in the trash. It'll stay there for 30 days and then gets eliminated. Backups.
And that's actually really nice because if you accidentally throw something away and you're wondering where it might be, when you search, if it's in trash, it will tell you it's in trash.
Yep, you got 30 days to get it out of there.
Yeah.
When I had a Nexus 6P, I backed it up right here, and on my Pixel, I back it up right here. I can back up those two phones directly right here on Google Drive. I love that ability to be able to do that. So
because you have 45 billion megabytes of storage.
That's right. Exactly. So I can click. One thing that's kind of cool right here is I'm using 15 of my 19 gigabytes, and it shows me where I can click this little eye here. Let me tell you what's really cool about that. What the eye does, it tells me my largest files items. These are my largest files, and they're mostly videos. You can see they're videos. So if you want to try and lower this or get rid of this, it automatically sorts by size so you can get rid of that. I think that is so cool to be able to do that. So you can see that. It's going to put the largest to smallest over there so you can start updating, getting rid of, do whatever you want. Upgrade storage. Here's where you were talking about, and what this does right here. Here's the deal, 15 gigabytes they give you. And then the 100 gigabytes for $199 a month, or $19.99 per year, or $99 a year for a terabyte. So those are the options that you have to do that, and it gives it to you right there. And all you do is click on that. And if you've already bought something from Google, which I have bought stuff in the Google store, so I already have an account set up and everything, so I can just go and upgrade or update or whatever I want to do there. Really kind of cool. That's really awesome too. All right, let's go back to Google Drive, and I'm going to show you some of the things along the top here. Settings. You can change settings. You can download Drive. One thing you can do here on download Drive, which is really kind of cool, you can work offline. So if you're in a bad Wi-Fi area or something like that, you can download Drive so it's onto your computer or your tablet or whatever that is, and have it on that device. So that way you can work on those things. As soon as you come into Wi-Fi and it kicks back in, boom, it uploads right back where you left off and adds it to your complete set of synced stuff. It shows you keyboard shortcuts. You can use keyboard shortcuts all the time. I'm going to show you one in just a minute, which is really awesome. I love it. And then settings here. Settings, not a whole lot of stuff, but you can look through that. Notifications, quick access, you can, all that kind of stuff. You can kind of go through that. I'm not going to do too much on that. But one thing that's cool, this is the little eye, information, view details. This tells me everything on my drive because that's what I have selected on my drive. So it tells me anybody that's edited anything that's in our combination of files is going to show up here. That's so awesome. It tells you, like, I deleted those 2 people off of there. Boom, it tells you every single activity that you're doing. I love this because a lot of times, what was I working on 2 days ago, or what was I working on that? Boom, you can go right back to it quickly. Details now, go ahead. Of a folder, it's not going to be much, but go ahead.
A question about the trash content. Does that count against your storage?
It will for 30 days.
Thank you.
Good question. Yep. Okay, so
thanks,
now,
John.
In the H&M Show community request responses, so here's just on this particular one, I have this selected. So now it's showing me activity on that. It kind of shows us what, who's doing what, who's doing more work, Heather or myself.
All right, you can get off of that now.
And details, it shows you details of what we were looking at there, of that particular thing. It shows you details of what, inside. If you're looking at these particular things, it'll show you inside the file. I love that kind of stuff. It'll give you details on down too, like what type of document it is, storage used, see 0 bytes of storage. You can always look on here too. It'll tell you. So let's go over to trash. Let's go find out and see if what I said was true. So this right here, let me see if this counts against my storage. There it is. Storage used, 0. So no. See how it says 0 bytes? So I lied.
What is that? What is that item there?
This is an image that I have from somewhere. Whatever.
Okay. I can't tell on my screen, so I'm just asking. It's a JPEG, so it would count against if it was not in your trash. If it was not in your trash.
So that answers that question. That was good. I'm glad I found that out.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So let me go back to H&M.
I think that makes sense because when you go to take something out of the trash, it'll ask you, do you want to restore this item? So that's probably why it's asking you that. Do you want to bring that back into your
good point
storage, whatever it's called?
Yep. The slideshow that we did on the Google Slides. There you go. So, it has, it's really kind of cool. It shows you who did the editing, when they did it, how each step, and et cetera. I just love that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go. Let me turn that off. I can share this. This is really awesome too. I can share a folder. So if I wanted to share the screenshots, and if you look at these icons right here, you see how it has like a little person there? That means this file is shared with someone. Okay, if it doesn't have that, then that folder is not shared. Like this one is not shared. This one right here is not shared. Okay, but H&M is shared because it has a little person on it. It lets you know that that file is shared. And anything within that folder is shared. So if you drop something in this folder, then that's the way it's going to be, and it's going to have that. All right, here's a share link where you can get a shareable link to this. Be careful with that. I much prefer doing all my sharing from here. So if I wanted to share this file or folder, I can choose who I want to share it with. There's that get shareable link. I try and stay away from that. But here's Heather and I are shared on this particular one. Specific people can access. I can change this. When I go to advanced, I can anybody public on the web, anyone with the link, off, etc., that kind of thing. I can make it view only. I can make it where, if I wanted to make it so only Heather, actually Heather's the owner, so I can't do anything there, but she can make it so I can comment only, or I can view only, or I can edit. And so we both have editability, so we're able to do that. That's really cool for the share part. And here's the way to share too. You can just click on the people and enter that email address in. So if I'm going to share it with me, 012, there we go, at Gmail, which I'm already there, but that's what you would do. You just enter that and then give that shareability of whichever way you wanted to do that. You can just click on it. So that's sharing, like sharing in just about anything else Google. So there you go. Preview lets you preview what you're getting into. So it shows you a preview of the document that you're looking at. Go ahead.
I was just going to mention why you might want to use the shareable link. Obviously, you do want to be careful with that, but there are some case in point that might be beneficial to your business or something like that. Recently, I had documents that I wanted to share with folks. If they visited my website, they'd be able to access those PDF documents and be able to print them and all that kind of thing. The only way that I could do that without installing some sort of widget that allowed PDF documents, et cetera, I actually put them into a folder, because there were 4 of them. I put them into a folder and used the shareable link on my website, and that is now a public folder that people can access and actually print off those documents and stuff. So
perfect.
And I made it read only, so they can't actually do anything to any of the documents in there.
Nice. That's awesome.
And I think I learned that from you.
Okay.
So
good. So let's say I wanted to find a type of document, like a doc.
Okay.
Like a Google Doc instead of, there we go, text doc. So that's a Google Doc. And I hit search. It's only going to show me all of the docs inside here. Search is so awesome in here. This is why I'm showing you. So here's some different, things that we have that we've some of us have shared and had and whatever, and we just have all these kind of things. It's really kind of cool. So if I have a list here, one thing that's really sharp and awesome about this is a lot of times I can open this with Google Docs. So when I open this with Google Docs, okay, this is just a list of Goodwill items, okay, that my wife and I created, all right, that were given to Goodwill. So I can go, let's say she doesn't have Google Docs. She has Microsoft Word. Well, I can, when I go here, I can email as an attachment. It's going to give me the choice. Do you want to send it as a PDF? Do you want to send it as a Word doc? I can send it as a Word doc because that's what she has. Everybody gets all freaky. Oh my God, we don't have Google. We're not a nerd like you and all this kind of stuff, but they do have, Microsoft Word. So you can send it as a Microsoft Word document. That is awesome. Awesome thing. And you can see it's a doc.x, so you can bring that in and do that. The other thing that's cool too is I can search those. I can search docx. So it should show me all the Word docs, like right here. See all these Word docs. So I get a Word doc from someone because that's all she uses, right? So I'm going to right click and I'm going to open with Google Docs. Well, it converts that Word document into a Google Doc, and when I send it back, I just convert it right back to what they have. So that's just our board meeting right there that we have on that particular little league thing. So that's a really, really cool thing, and why I love Google Docs. And I know a lot of people don't have that, so it's awesome. I just love that part of it.
I think it's amazing. And there's, the fun stuff too, like the fact that it saves for you. So you showed opening up a new document. Even if all you did was type a period in your new document, it saves that. And you have now an untitled document in your drive you can come back to. And so many times I have started a project only to have to walk away and then come back and go, I don't even know what I was working on. But thankfully, Google Drive does.
I agree. The beauty of that is too, anytime you make a change, it saves all the time. It saves all the time. So
I've gone back to revisions. I've gone back to revisions days before because all the work I did these last couple of days went a wrong direction. So it's so cool that you can scroll through and go, let's go back to point here. Okay, and start over.
Yep, exactly.
Very, very cool. I don't actually have any, and I haven't for a couple of years now, have any other kind of word processing software on my computer at all. I actually do not have very many programs on my computer to begin with.
Right.
So it's quite nice because I can work on something on my HP Asus hard drive, whatever the heck this thing is called, my PC right here in front of me. I can go to my iPad and use, the drive on my iPad. I can actually go to my Chromebook Flip and use drive there, and I can work on the same document in all those places because of syncing and all of that. And it works so well. No matter where I'm sitting, on the couch, at my desk, or in bed, I can work on the same program. So
and that's huge.
It's quite cool.
That is so huge. I know.
Productivity for the win.
There you go. Okay, so right here, let me just give you an example. Let's say you want something I want this in two places. A lot of times, okay, so if I take this right here, this image, and I drag it into logo, okay, it goes into logo. Or I drag it into drive, it goes into drive. Or I drag it into another folder. You see how it's moving and doing all this stuff. It's going to open and go in there. Well, sometimes you don't want to necessarily move it. You want to add it. You want to have it in two places, okay? I'll go back to, let me go back up here to, let me go to our work one, okay? And I'll show you an example of our work one. Right here, I have under Surface Systems, that's our company, I have the schedule, okay? But I use that inside this folder all the time, okay? So I'd like to have it, when I open this folder, I want to be able to have the schedule at my fingertips. And sure enough, if I scroll to it, it's probably there. I hope it is. It better be. Should be. I don't see it now. Yeah, there it is. Schedule right there. So it's there, okay? So it's in there. So the schedule's in there twice. But what's cool is it's the same version. which is fantastic. You're working on the exact same file. You're not making two different files. You're working on the same one, and I just love that. So, for example, if I wanted to go here, now I'm going to show you a trick, how to do this, how to add versus move. I'm going to select this image. This is a bonus. Okay. When you're here and you've selected the file, before you press it or go into it, I'm going to hold down Shift Z. Now watch what happens when I hit Shift Z. Now, okay, so it opens up like you're okay, I'm going to go into Drive, and then I'm going to go into H&M Show. Then I'm going to go into Logo, and I want to add it to the Logo section. I'm adding, not moving. I'm adding it to the Logo section. So now it's in both places.
So Shift Z was the trick to get it to open up that submenu?
Yes, because if I just click on this, if I click on this or I try and move it, I'll show you an example. So if I right-click
Can you right-click? Yeah, can you right-click and click Add?
Nope, right-click moves it. So now I'm moving it over into Logo. See how it says move?
Mm-hmm. So which is not what you want to do.
Exactly. Okay. You don't want to do that. So if I right-click, which I right-click, I open up and I move to, and I select Logo, it's moving it. That's not what I want to do. I'm going to hold down Shift Z. It automatically opens up that menu, takes me to Drive. Then I have to go to H&M Show. And I go to Logo, and now I can add it, and then it'll be in both places.
Wow.
Yep. A lot of people don't know that one. Really cool trick. Cool stuff.
I will be using that because I use my logo for multiple things, and there's many folders that I'm in when I'm doing stuff, and I always have to go up to another folder, come back and get it, and it would be nice to have it in those different folders.
Absolutely. And the beauty of this, let me tell you what, you only have it in there once. It's just and so your data doesn't go up either. And
that's what I was just going to ask you was, but I don't want 3 copies of it, and you're saying it's not copies, it's actually the same instance. Yep. That's awesome.
I know, I love that.
So what happens if you make a change in that document? If it's a document that you're doing this, what happens if you make a change in that document? Will I see the change in both instances?
Yes.
Because it's the same instance?
Exactly. Yes.
Wow.
Yep. That's why I do the schedule like that. I might be working on the schedule. My brother might be working on the schedule. And if he adds something, I add something, it's whoever got there last because we're working on the same one.
Gotcha.
Very, very convenient, very useful, very useful.
Shift Z. I'm writing that down. That's write down worthy right there.
That's your bonus. Everybody got a bonus on that one. Because that's a big deal. That's a big deal that a lot of people don't know about. So with that, let me go. Here's all the cool stuff you can do when you have something though. I can open this with. There's a lot of different options. I can open this. This is a JPEG image that I actually have selected. I can open it with Pixlr Editor, Pixlr Express. They've added, and there's a lot of apps that add-ons and things like that people have.
Avery Labels. Avery Labels is an add-on.
That's an add-on for Word, though. I mean, or Docs.
Oh.
This is
yes.
Drive. Yeah.
Fine.
But you can move to, same thing as when you right click, add a star. So that way if I want to star this so I can find it easily. So remember I showed you back here under Google Drive, back here where the starred ones, show me the starred ones. That's where you can do that. I can make that a star and then it'll show up there. I can rename it here. I can view the details, manage versions. This is what you were talking about. When that sheet was updated, go back to a different version. You can do that from right here. Make a copy. I can create a copy or download it from there too. So all the useful stuff right there. Now, I got a little bit more time. I know I'm running long here, but
yeah, you are.
We're good. Search is incredible. I love the search here. I can search just PDFs, text documents, spreadsheets, presentations, photos, images, videos, okay, stuff like that. So I wanted to show you this. And keep in mind, this does not search this folder. This searches all of your drive. So make sure that you know that. So for example, I'm going to put in my son's name, Steven. But that's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking actually for someone on a job or whatever. But if you look right here, Jenny and Steven's wedding, there's tons of pictures of their wedding in here. So I'm like, how in the world? I just want to find this guy's name that's inside a job folder. How do I do that? Well, one little cool trick is you can put minus JPEG, JPJ, or G, whatever, if I spell it right. So now it'll give me everything with Steven, but without a JPEG on it. So now I can find this and I can go, now I can get into details a little bit more. Now, the other thing I can do, all right, well, this is all cool, but this showed me stuff from 2013, you know, stuff like that. I need after, okay, after, and you put the year first. You just have to know this, 2015. And then -1-1. What? What are you laughing at?
I think you're doing some hotkey stuff on your.
Oh, am I? Okay. Sorry.
I
might be.
No, it's all right.
I
It's
got you.
It didn't affect anything except
So
for
now
my
it gives
view.
me. Okay, sorry. So everything after those 2015-1-1, when it was modified, will show up here. If you look at the dates over here on the right-hand side, it's anything after 1/1/15 that's not a JPEG that has the name Steven. So then if I go into this particular job, if this is what I'm doing and I'm looking, and this is a job log for our job, and if I want to do Control F, which allows me to find inside here, I can type in Steven, and it should take me right to Steven, which it didn't. Why didn't it do that? Oh, I know. Hold on. Control F. I know why. There we go. Is it doing? Yes. Okay. See where it says Steven inside that text there? Inside that text right here, it says Steven. So that's what I mean, it'll find it in text, inside a document, inside of your stuff. I mean, it's really, really useful.
That's pretty cool. Can we ask two quick questions before you say done with this? To recover, this is from Andrew, to recover storage, do you just delete files or are there steps to reclaim storage space?
That's an interesting question. So let me make sure I understand what he's talking about. So you can send stuff to trash and it goes away after 30 days. You can delete your trash. Is that what he's asking?
I think you can.
You can
I don't
empty
know if
your
that's
trash.
asking. Yeah, so you could you don't have to wait 30 days is what you're saying. You can right away empty it.
Right. Like right now, I can take this. Like I know this is going in the trash anyway. I can delete forever. See how it has delete forever?
So you could do that individually, or you can actually go hover over the trash can and delete all.
Or I can just, if I want to hold down shift and I just want to get all these and delete all these, or select all, Control A, I think will select all. See? Control A selects all. Then right click and delete forever. So yes, I can delete that. I don't like to do that because sometimes I'm like, oh God, I really needed that. Or I deleted the wrong one, or I trashed the wrong one. What was the next question?
Good question. How many instances, this is from Tom.
Okay.
How many instances can you shift Z in how many different folders?
You know what? That's a great question. I don't know the exact answer of that. I know that we have that schedule that I showed you in 4 different folders. I don't know that
so
you
at
would
least
need
4.
Yeah, at least 4. But I think like with Heather's situation where she wants to use the logo, I think you can put it in unlimited. I don't know that there's a limit. It's just, a matter of taking the time to do all that. Does that make sense?
I think so. So you can see there that Andrew clarified no deleting files from Drive. You just click on right click on something and send it to trash. It says remove. It has a trash can.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that all he wants to do? Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
you can pick it up and drag it over to the garbage can.
I mean,
there's a couple different ways. If that's what you want to know, how to delete an item from your Drive, that's how.
Yeah. So if I right click, I can remove. It sends it to the trash can. I can go up here and hit the trash can to remove it. I can, like she said, I think I can just drag it and throw it in the trash can.
Yeah, if there's a whole slew of things, you can shift and drag, and then of course you can use your control option to pluck out a couple of different ones.
Yep.
So what way do you prefer?
Yep, exactly. Yes. Yep. So you can actually, I think what Lon's saying is next to the trash can. You can, I think, I don't know. I don't see the trash can here. I don't know. I saw what he's saying, but I don't think that's true. Drop down next to trash can has option to empty.
When you have when you open up the trash can, you go up to the word trash at the top. There's a drop down arrow next to it.
Right. Right.
And it says empty the trash, so you don't have to select all and empty.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was pretty good conversation.
Search. When I click the little arrow here, you can search by type. You can search by owner. You know, if you know the owner of it, you can find that specific person, and you can search by that. All the things that Heather and I have shared together, we can do that. Anything that's starred, I can search for anything in trash. Date modified, anytime. You know, within the last 90 days or custom, you can set that up. Item names, part of file name, enter words found in a file. This is really useful. Or if you have a phrase, like if you have like last week's show, put it in quotation marks. It'll only find things that says last week's show, has those specific words, shared with certain email addresses. Really, I mean, I love the thing, and you can Google it, but there are some specific features out there for searching different things. So really, really awesome. I love the fact that I can search a name. We use I'll use this as an example. We use colored flakes when we do our floors. Okay, so and there we know it's code CF35, and that's a cream color. So I can find every job that had a cream color in it. It only shows those jobs where that cream color has showed up. And if I click on one of these, hopefully it's there, but right there, cream color right there, 20% CF35 wow. Cream. Isn't that cool? I just love it. Anything that's in there, you know, if you have we use this at work. If we have a temporary worker and we need to find out what week he worked, somebody says, hey, what week did he work with us? We put his name in, you can go search it. I mean, stuff like that. It's just really endless, the things you can do. I don't want to spend all night on this because I probably could, because I love Google Drive and I love some of the things that you can do with it. Let's go into, what do you say we do this?
Okay.
All right, here we go. It's going to be a quick one tonight, but here we go. Ready? Halftime it is. Here we go. Oh, look at there.
Halftime it is. All right. So you might not know this, but it is my 20th wedding anniversary today.
So awesome. Yay,
and
everybody,
I couldn't find a happy anniversary hat. So instead I have a happy birthday hat. It's practically the same thing.
There you
exactly.
go. There you go.
All right. So I have something really silly to play with you guys for halftime, and for this I'm going to need some audience participation, so you might want the comments up a little bit.
All right, I can do that
while we're doing this, because I'm going to need some things. So I'm going to ask you guys, get ready to start typing. I'm going to ask you for a last name, 2 colors, so give me a color. You need to type in someone's last name, a color. We need body part.
Oh, easy on that.
Yeah, be G-rated, please. Another last name. Are people putting them in yet?
I am. I'm telling them what to put.
All right. We need number. Any number. Pick a number. An adjective. And I'm losing stuff here. Okay, an adjective. Location. Give us a location. I need 3 food items.
Oh my God.
3 food items. A drink. I need a drink. A dessert. Any kind of dessert.
All right, I think I missed one thing.
That's all right. I need a name of a song.
Song. Okay.
And I need who sings that song? Who sings that song? A couple of adjectives. Give me some adjectives. Throw them out there.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Give me another number.
Oh my gosh.
And let's see. A noun and 2 more numbers. Okay, are we ready yet? Has they started answering this?
There's going to be a test on all this, so I hope y'all are.
All right, so let's see.
You got a bunch of them out there.
I know. Okay, so I'm going to put. Yeah, give me stuff here.
All right, I got crafter. This one.
Oh,
I think that's an adjective. Then we had brown.
Okay, hold on. Brown. Okay.
And then nose.
And nose. Okay.
Blue and red. We got 2 colors there. We got a number 12. Got a number 7.
Wait, number 12, number 7. Got it.
Very. 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 That was.
Very. That would be an adjective, I believe, right?
I think so.
Good God, this is a test for me.
It's either an adverb or an adjective. I don't know, but I'm gonna have
something
to
like that. I don't know.
Brownsville, peanuts, cake. We got all kinds of stuff. Papayas.
Oh my
mangoes,
gosh. Okay,
coconuts.
hold on. I got cake. I got Brownsville. That's a place, location.
There
got
you
it.
go.
Brownsville.
Okay, hold on. We got
Brownsville.
Red wine. That's a good song. By UB40. There's your song.
Oh, red. Okay, hold on. I was putting that in noun. I was putting that in noun.
That's a song.
Okay. Song. Where did song go? I know it's on there. Okay, red wine. Sorry. Red
John
wine.
Brown says that Chuck Barris just gonged him, he said. I love it.
All right, red wine was by, I forget, who's that by? I forgot.
Red wine is UB40.
UB40, thank you. Okay.
That's all right. You got rum punch. That could be an action.
Rum punch.
That could be a
rum
verb or
punch.
Could be.
I'm putting that in drink. I'm putting that in drink.
All right, that's fine.
Do we have any food? I haven't heard any food yet.
Oh yeah, they have papayas, mangoes, coconuts, peanuts.
Wait,
cake.
I can't type that fast. Papayas,
Give me all the
mangoes, and what else?
Give
me another one.
Coconuts.
Coconuts.
Cake. Peanuts.
Yep, I got cake. Peanuts. Peanuts. I'm putting it right there. Peanuts it is. All right. I've still got some blanks here.
Some of those could be used as verbs too if you need to.
Two.
Like coconuts or something like that.
That would be a noun.
Oh, noun.
But, okay.
I'm sorry.
Numbers. I need more numbers. 3 more numbers, as a matter of fact. Yep, please.
I'll give it. How about 35?
35 sounds great. All right, I need 2 more.
2 more numbers?
Yep.
All right, how about go ahead.
No, go ahead.
1/2.
I like it. 1/2. You got it.
That's not a whole number. I hope that's okay.
It won't let me type in 1/2. It has to be a number.
0.5. How about 0.5?
Yeah, there, it did it. Okay. Still need a location. Where do you live, Michael?
Belize.
Nuh-uh.
I live in Belize.
Greer, got it. Okay. And one more number.
Bill's giving out phone numbers. Okay, it's 5467839. Yeah, this is great.
All right. So far, are you entertained or what? Okay. I only need 1 more adjective.
Slothy.
Okay. That was a good one, actually. Slothy.
Yes.
Okay. And one more number.
One more number. Andrew has 1,342,567. Yeah.
What? Okay. Let's go with.
I like Sheila's. How about 65?
All right, 65 is perfect. That was just what I needed.
65
okay.
is perfect.
Okay, guess what? We're done. Okay.
Hunky. Hunky
Now.
dory. All right. Now.
We just wrote the weirdest wedding of the year. Are you ready to hear the story?
Right. In honor of your anniversary.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Here goes.
Okay, the wedding of Mrs. Heather Crafter to Mr. Greg Crafterson was one of the weirdest weddings of the year. Beside the fact that the blues wedding's colors were brown and red, which stunned the nose, Mrs. Graham had 12 bridesmaids. The reception was red, held at Brownsville. The food they served was said to be pot stickers, papayos, mangoes, burritos, and coconuts. The only drink they served was rum punch.
Damn straight.
And their only dessert was cake. That's
good.
kind of boring, guys.
Yeah, that was. Man, we could have thought of.
The song Sheila Philandria and Andrew Mascarpone danced to was Red Red Wine by UB40.
There you go.
Everyone ran as they arrived on the dance floor, but once the entire wedding, including the reception, was over, everyone left, describing the wedding as slothy and very. Not to mention the flower girl was 7 years old with sandy white hair and a dress as ugly as a coconut. Oh, and did I mention the wedding was held at a Greer in their honeymoon is set to be at the Peanuts Resort?
The Peanuts Resort.
In place where they are going to spend 35 days.
Wow.
Yeah. After observing this wedding, I can definitely describe this wedding as the weirdest wedding of all. Posted by Lon McClure, 1/2 to 65 to 1997 at marketblogs.com.
Okay.
All right. I hope you were duly entertained by this halftime show.
We learned all kinds of stuff there. That was awesome. That's funny.
Never, ever will you let me do this again, I'm sure, but that's all right.
No, it's all good. That's all good. No, it was good. Hey, listen, it's your anniversary. We get to do this kind of stuff, right?
I'm going to wear the hat the whole rest of the night. I hope that's okay.
No worries. No worries.
All right.
Hey, we don't have a lot of time to do a whole lot more because I went long, and we're going to talk a lot of this stuff. I'm going to go over a lot of this stuff in our community. Feel free to jump in and join our community anytime. We would love to have you join. It is
the link to that is in the description. It's actually, there's a form for you to fill out, and like Michael was about to say, and I cut him off, it is a paid for community, and what you're paying for is lots and lots of details of the things that we're doing, workshops where we will go into things like YouTube. Last week and the week before, we'll be doing a workshop on studying your YouTube channel and maybe even seeing why some videos work and some don't, and getting to the bottom of those. I know, Michael, you said something about a workshop you were thinking about working on?
I want to do one for Google Drive in there too. So I want to, since I talked about it, so I want to emphasize and do something there. Real quick, so really, before we go ahead. Go ahead. No,
I was just gonna say it's $10 a month, and you actually get to spend live one-on-one time with us, and we'll pick out things that we can help you with. So
absolutely. I want to get into some quick tech news. I just want pop some things out there, some things that you might not have heard, or maybe you have heard, but I wanted to throw these out there, which I think is very interesting. Firefox 54 is out. So the new Firefox is out there. I'm not sure what that means for a lot of us, but if you use that browser, then give us a shout out. We'd love to hear about that. And those that are in the community, we can talk about that in discussion too. And after we're done here tonight, everyone will be invited in, so you can come in and we can chat for another 40 minutes or so. And,
you mean the community members?
Community members.
That's what you meant by everyone, because they are everyone to us.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
But feel free to come in. Also, Google Photos now lets you make Father's Day movies. Does this mean anything, or is anybody going to do this? I'm just curious. I want to get some feedback out there from you guys and see what you guys think.
Having just heard about it, I need to think about it some more.
There you go. So Father's Day movies. Google Photos now lets you make Father's Day movies. They did the same thing, very similar, in Mother's Day. They did the exact same thing where you can make movies and do all that kind of stuff. Tell me if that's something that you're interested, or you think that's cool, or you want something you're probably going to do or not going to do. I'm going to do mine, and then I'll switch to you real quick on this last
problem.
one. Soon, Google Drive will be able to back up your whole computer.
What?
I know. You very soon will be able to back up your complete computer onto Google Drive. It's going to be an option, and I bet that'll count against your your data. But anyway, and last but not least, some of you, I don't know if you've heard of this or been into this, but virtual reality. I know I have a Daydream and a Pixel, so now I can use it. But virtual reality is really kind of cool. And Heather, you got something to say on this, right?
I do, and it kind of goes in line with the fact that it's my anniversary on top of it also. It's quite cool. You guys may or may not know this, but there's somebody out there that I'm pretty sure most of the audience is aware of this guy. His name is Martin Shervington. He was recently wed in a virtual reality world. He was actually wed.
That's crazy.
They had their nuptials and a little after party, and all of it was done in a virtual reality world. They actually spent a couple grand each on their virtual reality headsets so that they could do this, and they were featured in Time. At least on the website anyway. Yeah, at least on the website. But yeah, so it's quite cool actually if you think about it. They were the one thing that I will tell you about. You can read the article. I'll have the link to it in the community, as well as I'll put it into the comments of this video when it's up. But the most difficult part of the entire thing was when they kissed, because they had the virtual reality headsets on. So you can probably imagine what that was like. But other than that, it was pretty cool. Went off without a hitch.
That's awesome. I think that's really kind of neat.
Kind of different.
Yeah, it is different. I don't know that I could do that, but then, I just now got my wife trained after 28 years. So, I mean, Yeah,
I'm not getting a new wife or whatever. Yeah.
I hope you're not.
Just to try it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. And apparently they will be having a honeymoon. I'm hoping that's not in virtual reality. But bum. All right. Anyway, moving on. Is that it? Are we done?
I think that's it.
All right. I want to know, Andrew, was that enough tech for you tonight?
There you go. Yeah, I think he said earlier that you exhausted him, though, with the...
I did notice that, yeah.
He said,
believe it or not, I filled in some of those blanks ahead of time.
There you go. Folks, thank you very much. We will not see you the next couple of weeks. Next week we're busy, and the week after that is the 4th of July, so we didn't want to jump in the middle.
No, that's not accurate.
Oh, I was wrong. It's before the 4th of July. Actually, the day after the 4th of July, we will be back. Is that right?
Correct, yeah. Okay. So we're off the next 2 weeks. Has nothing to do with the 4th of July. We will be back here on the 5th of July.
Thank you. I knew she knew what the heck I was talking about.
At 8 something, always Eastern.
I knew she would know what I was talking about, because I certainly don't.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool.
Agreed.
Awesome. That's great. But folks, look, thank you for coming.
Look for the link in the community if you're a community member to be able to join us in the after party. I'm going to be putting that in here shortly.
All right. And folks, thank you so much for joining us. We love having everybody, and I love the comments. I love you participating. We appreciate you. Thank you, and good day.